So I'm not about to be uploading this video probably until crazy late, but today I did 2 3-minute segments again, but I was getting really frustrated by the end of the second segment, and I actually recorded both segments today. But by the end of the second segment, I was getting really frustrated because I really could not get started after I'd messed up, and I don't know, I eventually, once the timer went off for the second segment, the second 3-minute period, I went back and just turned off the timer and just decided, okay, I'm just going to just video myself, and I just had to get in some kind of rhythm because I felt like, my goal was to get at least 5 minutes of actual jumping time, and I figured with all the time I was wasting from having been messed up so many times, I probably didn't even get close, so I was like, I got to actually get in a rhythm, and once I turned the timer off, I was actually able to get into a better rhythm, but right now I'm not really sure why it is that, I'm having so much difficulty. I mean, obviously it's only, the second day, but, yeah, I was pretty distracted today. Just got a lot going on mentally in my life at the moment. But, I mean, that's partially, why I'm trying to do this. I want to be able to have something that I can focus on and have even on the days where it's, I am really distracted, whether it be for good or for bad reasons. But yeah, I think that's the whole point of, having something that's a habit. And speaking on habits a little bit, something that me and my buddy were kind of doing for a while was recording habits, and it's something that he was really passionate about. Like, he was really had this whole idea and this whole pitch, like he was giving it to all of our friends, that he had this habit method that he was going to use to kind of incrementally improve his life, almost like, a formula to success. And he was really sold on it, and I think he is still making progress on it, but I think, it's just improving your life is more nuanced than any one approach is going to be able to solve. But it is something that I've been able to use to some effectiveness. Whenever I was really in shape over the summer, I guess not in shape, but whenever I was really trying to get bigger, my cardio was horrible. Wasn't training cardio at all. I was doing a lot of stretching and had a lot of things that I was habitualizing, I'm trying to remember, I was habitualizing some stretching and some rehab work I was doing for my shoulder. And the whole idea was that, I'm saying habitualizing, but what we were doing was tracking the habits on this app. And there's a couple of different apps you can get on the phone that are tracking apps for habits. Doesn't really matter which one you get, but the whole idea is that, you're on your phone all the time, or you always have your phone with you. So if, you can habitualize getting on the app and doing that kind of stuff, it'll kind of just be like a positive feedback loop. But what I found, like I said, over the summer and last year, I was, had all these different things I was tracking. I was tracking, my protein shakes I was drinking every day. I was trying to make that a habit because, I was trying to gain weight. My shoulder rehab and stretching, and a couple other things. I had way too many. I had 5 or 6 that I was doing. And maybe if you're a type of person that, wants to use it that way, then it'd be good for you. And that's initially how I think my buddy had envisioned that it was going to be used. But something that I've found has been more effective at is just really, really slow burn of tracking. So probably about 3 months ago, after all my other habits had completely fell off and I didn't have any of them, I started saying, okay, and this was something that he said that he did for a short period, but I was like, I'm just going to take this for a really long period, because the investment, the amount of energy that you have to invest to get this going is super, super low. So what I started doing was just tracking the act of opening the app and just clicking the track. So the habit that I was tracking was literally just tracking. So every day I would open the app and just fill in the box that I tracked my habit, which was the tracking. It's kind of a, mouthful, but I did that for, I think it goes all the way until it fills up this little circle on the UI of the app, and it's 60 days or something like that. So I did that all the way up until it filled up to 60 days, and then I started planning, okay, what is my next habit? And at this point in my life, whenever I had, habitualized checking this app every day, and yet I hadn't applied it to anything, I had this tool that, okay, every day mentally I'm being pushed by this habit that I've already ingrained to check this app. And, I don't need a reminder. I just know, when I wake up, or when I get on my phone for the first time of the day, I'm going to check this app and I'm going to look at it. And I'm going to see, what's on there. I'm going to track my habit. So I said, okay, the next habit I want to get down, and the way that I'm thinking about it is I want it to be something that I'm going to do for every single day of my life, ideally, foreseeably for the rest of my life. At least that's how I'm using it right now. So I said, okay, let's drink water every single day. Because at this point, I was at a completely self-destructive point in my life, and all I was eating was fast food, and no joke, all I was drinking was soda. So literally, I would go maybe a week, 2 weeks without drinking water, just completely self-destructive, but I just didn't care. I was just completely removed from reality at this point, and so I knew that drinking water was something that I needed to habitualize, and it sounds like it's like, well, what are you telling me? I need to drink water. It's obvious, but it was something that I wasn't doing, so it's something I needed to habitualize. So I said, okay, that's something I want to do every day for the rest of my life. So I started habitualizing it and tracking it because I already had the app that I was used to opening every day. So now that every day I open the app, I see I'm supposed to drink water, and that reminds me to do it. And every day since then, I haven't missed a day of drinking water. Whereas before that, in those months after I'd stopped working out and I went through a really tough period in school, and I had a lot of other things going on in my life. Like I said, there was weeks where I probably wouldn't even drink water, and all I would drink was maybe like 2 or 3 Cokes a day. I was a big Coke fiend. And, obviously, that's extremely bad for you. And I've got, a history of diabetes in my family, so it's something that I definitely need to watch out for. And I knew that was something I needed to get a hold of, so, I still drink soda every now and then, but I can at least say that every day since I decided to start tracking that app, and I haven't missed a day, I've drank water. And it doesn't matter how much I drink, but I guess the point is, I just wanted to talk about, the tracking of the habits. But the jumping rope every day is something that I don't know if I would track, is my point. Because it's something that I think I want to habitualize, but not everything that you try to habitualize needs to be something that you're going to do every day for the rest of your life. Like, I'm sure I'll do this jump rope every day for as many days in a row as I can. But if I go, on a trip somewhere and, because I plan on going on like a hiking trip over the summer with my buddies, I doubt I'm going to be taking my jump rope with me and jumping rope every day when I'm out in the woods, having to save all my energy for hiking. So that'll be some days that I have to take off from it. But drinking water, that's something I plan to do every day while I'm hiking, or else I'll probably just dehydrate and die. But yeah, that's something that I just wanted to talk about today because it's just something that I've been thinking about. And yeah, that's pretty much it.